what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I know it kind of felt like this has been a daily upload, but, well, kind of is. Reason being is that because this is basically to all the new viewers. Like, I want to keep you guys, basically. I want to interact you guys in. And that if you like this series enough, then you'll be able to probably like my other series that I have. And so, if that goes well, I hope y'all would stay and enjoy my content. Now, let's just get back to the video. Well, let's get into the video as it's a new episode of What If Deku Had a Tail Beast Quirk. Now, last time we left off, Deku was just testing the waters with his power on actual people. Now, after that, of course, it does get him a bit tired, as it does put a strain on his body. Yeah, a bit tired too, but like he's not basically using all at the same time, basically. So now he would use the Shikaku sand and fly over to basically try to save everybody. But when he did, he would see in the corner of his eye Aizawa getting pieced up by the Nomu, saying, "Where's your mom at? Where's your mom at? Where's your mom at? Where's your mom at? Huh? Where's your mom at?" Why I do that? It's like, "Where's your mom at? Where's your mom at?" Aizawa just getting really pieced up right now. Deku conquering up the resolve to pull up. He's confident enough that he's able to defeat this being, whatever. And so then he would basically use the sand and make a huge fist, grabbing Aizawa and using another sand hand to basically punch the Nomu away with a bunch of force. And so Aizawa would basically be like almost like he's about to pass out. Basically, he's not that conscious right now. He would see Deku floating with sand. He knew he had sand, but like in that gourd, he wouldn't be able to answer all his questions, and he would later pass out. Well, not later, but a couple seconds, and then he would have passed out. Now, from this, he would have dragged basically made the sand hand go somewhere else to put Aizawa somewhere where he's able to at least rest. And so, he would then land with the sand, seeing Shigaraki and seeing some handman and this dude was basically a purple head for a body and like everything else, but yeah. And so this handman, again, I'm gonna say Shigaraki, he would then say, "Nomu, attack!" This being, we now know as a Nomu, then attack Izuku. Izuku would dodge this and then shoot a barrage of crystal release. Crystal release are actually pink, just saying. Shoot a barrage of crystals at this Nomu, then putting his hands on the floor, making crystals pop out of the floor. And then he would aim, and every time, whenever he aimed, crystals would just come out the floor. These huge crystals come out the floor, like medium size, not like huge, right? These huge crystals come out the floor, piercing the Nomu, but they wouldn't go through because it would shock absorption. Now, Deku had been confused for a bit while shooting these, but he would then realize that this thing has some sort of shock absorption, whatever. So then he would go into his four-tail state, see if he can do any more damage or double damage, which he does, but it still wouldn't kind of be enough. It's basically, it's like this Nomu's been amped so much to the point where it's even more powerful than him. This Nomu, he just started pounding on the floor, causing miniature earthquakes. And he would then disappear so fast out of nowhere, punching Deku in the face. Not only as shock absorption, but super speed? He would just be getting pieced up over and over and over until a loud roar can be heard. Everybody's basically almost like in the main area, as Todoroki and Baka or whatever have been helping. Everybody would be in the main area, and they would see a huge just explosion, an eruption of power. They would see Deku. It's like he went berserk, as people see this Deku covered in this cloak. Like, it's just all like, you can't even see him anymore. It's not see-through anymore. He's enveloped within this cloak. This bone, no, not bones, not in the bones yet, but this red aura covering his skin. People would have been scared. Bako would have been shocked. He would think that's Deku at first, but the way how Deku's just attacking and basically like he's teleporting around this Nomu, he thinks that's not him. And then Aizawa, looking at Deku, he would remember from looking at this is a flashback he remembers looking at Deku's papers. He would be telling his classes, I remember when I was looking at this kid's papers, I was very interested in him, so I went to look at his papers. His quirk is known for going berserk, but I didn't think he would go berserk now. They said they had stable control on it. This Nomu what I've heard, this Nomu, it's stronger than I expected. He would cough up blood from saying this. And Deku, he would still be ravaging on this Nomu. These cut marks, like, even like its regeneration wouldn't like regenerate after that. There'd be deep wounds within this Nomu's skin, like disregarding the shock absorption. And then a loud scream would be heard again. Bones would just start enveloping Naruto, and he would gain another tail. Now, this is the 6 tails, of course. He would then just produce so much steam, setting this Nomu flying into the sky. And then these bubbles of acid would disappear everywhere. Now, one of the Uraraka would try touching these bubbles, and it would then burn her finger, as he would then say, it burns, what the heck is this? And Aizawa would come to the conclusion saying that it's supposed to be like acid bubbles and steam. How much power does this kid have? He would be berserk, basically, and then sooner or later, Ida would arrive with a bunch of other heroes, even All Might. Now, wait, that was a different what if that I canceled. Never mind. But so then, now, so they would see this Nomu and a berserk Deku piecing it up, and Deku would basically jump backwards, and everybody can hear a large beam getting charged. They would then rush all the students out of the facility as Deku's about to do something crazy. And so then they would rush everybody out the facility, but it's probably, kind of too late, but a huge blast would be in the distance, sending everybody flying into the trees, the walls, hurting everybody, and like everybody in the area, sending everybody flying. This wind pressure is so hard, everybody's just flying, getting hurt, and being knocked out, getting knocked out, all that. Now, Deku, he would basically go try to find his next opponent, but then All Might would basically come in with a Detroit Smash, smashing Deku within the face, in the head, of course, sending him flying, knocking his head into a metal pillar, basically knocking him out of the cloak. And so Deku would be kind of conscious, and he would get up. He would see All Might and like a bunch of blood all over him. His eyes would just basically be shaking. His whole body would be shaking. All Might would then ask Deku, "Young Midoriya, are you alright?" Deku would basically pass out. And so then, basically the class would be put into a hospital, as some people would come out early because they just flew into a tree or whatever, you know. The class would be basically, well, not all of the class. They're basically all good. They just got flown back a lot. So basically, yeah, not everybody. So the class would basically be in a hospital, waiting for Deku to at least, well, get up, of course. So then they would then get alerted that Deku is finally woken up, and all Deku could hear is his feet stomping on the floor, pulling up to the room. And so everybody has been bombarding him with questions, but the media would actually push all the students aside, and they would just start questioning. Sorry for the noise in the background. The media would push the students aside, and they would just start asking Deku questions on questions, saying, young Midoriya kid, how does it feel to be able to take down that many villains? You've got CCC recording from the USJ, from you doing all this with your power. That's incredible. You can be one of the next top heroes. My heroes in the other room would hear that. Wait, they got hands on the CCTV? That wasn't completely public. Damn it. And so they would try to take the reporters out the room, but Deku has been already answering their questions. And so basically by the time they would take him out the room, they basically almost got everything they need to make a full report. And so then the class would finally rush back in there and say, Deku, you're finally awake. Oh man, they would be thanking Deku and being like, they were basically worried, saying that Deku, you alright though? Like you were not yourself. You were about to attack All Might when you saw him, but he luckily knocked you out of your state, your berserk state. Oh yeah, I never explained it to y'all. I can sometimes go berserk, but that hasn't happened in a long time since I was little. Anyways, so then Baku would actually pull up to Deku saying, Damn you. I knew you were powerful. I didn't know you were that powerful though. I thought you made that many tails to go up to, but no. I need to train harder then. If you were able to basically take down that Nomu like that, then I don't even know where to compare my power to you. So I'm gonna try to surpass you, Deku. It's the last thing I do. Oh my goodness. Did that sound good with my my messed up voice just now? I ain't gonna lie to you, cause my throat, so like, you know, my goodness. Anyways, now, of course, they would just be talking to Deku, yada yada yada, and basically, he'd be basically out the hospital in like one more day. So the school, they would basically all head back. You know, his mom would come to visit, cry, talk to him, leave, and then as soon as you know it, news articles go flying everywhere. A kid from UA, it will take down a Nomu? No, it will take down this huge giant beast even the teachers couldn't handle. Is this the new top rising star? The kid Midoriya, he's able to take down a Nomu, like a beast like that? Probably All Might couldn't even defeat it. The news would have been, it would be all over the news, saying all this information that Deku basically gave out. Now, what was this information? It's Quirk details. Now, he basically told him that this thing, I thought it's called a Nomu, it had this shock absorption power, and it had super speed. It was being controlled, so this dude with the hand on his face, he was controlling it. Well, not for control, but like, he just told them commands and they would do it. I don't think that's just a regular, well, of course it's a regular human, but I think that's somebody. Like I said, these news articles would be flying all over with all this information. Now, the hero society, well, not the hero lessons, the hero agencies, to like the hero schools it would be spreading like wildfire. They don't know, there's no way to cover it up now. They would all just be like Dang it. We should have been doing better precautions to like stop it from spreading before it even happened in the first place. But it's too late now. Only if they were able to stop it earlier. Only if. Now, of course, Deku would finally get discharged from the hospital as because of the tailbeast power, he was able to instantly regenerate. Well, basically, fast regeneration. Now, when Deku was actually in his hospital bed sleeping, he was actually talking to the tail beast. So, you're the five tails, huh? I was wondering I'll be able to talk to you. Sorry I had to do you dirty like that, though. I guess it's alright. But, like, how come, bro, you did me dirty like that, though? Come on, bro. Well, I want to do it. I didn't want to make you discover me. And, I was just here, to be honest with you. Meh, doesn't matter at all at this point. Anyways, surprised you won't be able to see the six tails, though, even though you went berserk into that state. Whenever you go berserk, you go up certain tail beast cloak levels, of course. But you won't be able to talk to the six tails. But yeah, you have me for now. Now, yes, I have Steam. I'm able to use Steam. It's really good, no cap. You use it for speed, like knockback, basically, yeah, or hiding in the midst of it. So that's my ability. Alright, nice. And so that's just flashback over. Now, when Deku would actually arrive to the school, Momo would actually be waiting for him, as Momo would come up to Deku holding this huge, large gourd, different than the one he had before. It looks more sturdy. It doesn't look it's gonna it's basically more sturdy. Kind of looks high tech. He's able to carry it due to his muscle mass, of course. And he has like little small ones too if he really needs them. Basically like small ones. Now, Momo would actually tell Deku that because your last one broke, I decided to make you a new one. It took some effort to figure out like how you're supposed to make this type of stuff, but in the end I was able to make it even with some help from the support course. So yeah, Deku would take this, thank Momo, and they'll start hanging out, and soon basically they would hit it off. And so they would basically when does that happen? I think it happens after. Yeah, it happens after. So, anyways, it's time for what you all been waiting for. The UA Sports Festival. Now, of course, we have to go down to the basics, of course. The race. Now, first, as I was put to the class, alright kids, we're going to take a festival, we're going to a festival where you all wanna do something. Alright, so basically there's agencies, right? And because we're gonna give you your provisional license so you can do some hero stuff. But that's after, so it's alright, I guess. Y'all gonna go fight, come back, see if agencies are gonna pick you, see if you're good or you're dog water trash. And if you're good, basically all of them want you. If you're bad, then you're down bad. Okay, Mineta? Mineta, he'd feel attacked. Mineta's sitting there, he crying, bro. He feel attacked, bro. He's like, yeah, I understand. Mineta feel attacked right now, bro. Anyways, they would then be heading outside. They have a break before they would have to go get changed and all that. So Momo and Deku would actually be talking, and Deku making his moves, to get flustered and all that. They were actually both trying to like make some sort of move, and then sooner or later, like Momo actually, he want to show him some cool math subjects. So they go to a secluded area. They just go to a secluded area. They just show some like math, some like really cool math lyrics that Deku missed yesterday, and yeah, some really good math studies. What he missed it yesterday, and if they're basically done, then they'll go. I ended the recording a bit too early, but you got the gist. So now they would get changing outside. President Mike be like, I ain't gonna lie to you. From the past news that came out about that one kid, bro, your mic's on. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That kid's 100% gonna win. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, that kid beat up a Nomu. That kid basically, he knew like the power that it had. Like, man, that kid, your mic is on. Oh shoot, welcome to the UA Sports Festival. Yay, woo, crazy. I know, right? Haha. Now, when they're about to line up, the four chills would then say that, that Todoroki kid, he's planning to use some type of attack, some ice attack, whatever. I'm not sure why he's using his fire, but he's going to use his ice on a wide range area. The starting line. Be ready. Alright, this could be easy. I'll just blitz past him like I always do. Now, once they say go, actually, Deku, he would first use the crystal release, basically stopping everybody's movement. Now, he mostly basically covered up Todoroki within the crystal release, just so he won't be able to get out. Now, crystal release, oh my goodness, it's much harder than ice, so it's gonna take a while for him to break out. And so, Deku would use his sand and his steam to basically boost himself real fast, all the way, flying over to the finish line. And so, he would then reach, stepping his foot on the platform and getting there. The crowd would have been cheering as they seemed to be wearing some type of like fan outfit. Now, this is basically like, they basically have flags like fan outfits of Izuku, as people are basically cheering him on, and his mom is actually in that crowd because she's the one that's actually been making all the merch for Izuku. Hey honey, oh my gosh, bro, I did not want to say that, but like, basically his mom was the one that was making all the merch for him. Like, you can imagine what you want, like basically sand or like the scorch release, like flying around Deku basically. But yeah, now of course Deku, he would be kind of like shocked, and sooner or later people would finally come back. People finally pull up, and yeah, and so Midnight would come out and basically get Deku to give a speech to all the participants. Now, Deku would walk up to the mic while Bakugo was basically chained up from his feet and from his hands to a wall with an air conditioner, because extra precautions for rowdy students. Now, of course, Deku would go up, and this is what he would basically say. Alright, I hope everybody's able to do really good on this test and impress the agencies, but I'm just gonna let one thing know. I'm more powerful than basically everybody here, in that when I get to fight All Might, I want him to go 100% on me. And if he's not going 100%, then I'm gonna quit becoming a hero. So like, yeah, the crowd will be shocked, but also the crowd will be also like ecstatic. They're like, All Might going 100% against this kid? Yo, that's crazy. All Might's in there, like, he's like, bruh, man, they put a mad weight on my shoulder now. Not only he's the most powerful kid in UA, if he leaves, he might turn evil. And we don't need that. We don't need another All For One. Like, let's be honest. Oh my gosh, bro. Anyways, so then the matches would start. To be honest, I don't want to explain the matches because like you basically know the outcomes. I was gonna change something, but I don't feel like it, to be honest with you. Ooh, Bakugo and nah, maybe I shouldn't. The matches are gonna go the same anyways, to be honest with you. So let's just skip to which one went first. I think it was like Todoroki. I think it was Todoroki then Bakugo's match. Those matter which way I go into it. So yeah. Now this would actually be Todoroki and Todoroki and Deku's match. Now from this point on, Deku would be like, so you use that fire of yours, or you're just gonna keep holding back? Because that's just really boring. I ain't lie to you. Now, of course, he would get some pumped up anger, and so he'll start using the ice and fire and launch himself over at Deku. Deku would use a new combination that he actually tried yesterday, using his Scorch Orbs and his Crystal Release, but using the ice part of it. He was able to make these Frost Scorch Orbs. Now these Frost Scorch Orbs, whenever they hit you, they actually freeze you for a certain amount of time, just a couple seconds. But that's all Deku needs to at least defeat. Of course. Oh my goodness, it's like I forgot the name, but it's just Todoroki. Oh my goodness. Anyways, so now Todoroki would actually start like basically rushing over to Deku, dodging like those blue orbs, but then he then shoot one into the air. Now, that Deku would dodge these ice pellet attacks at him, and so he used the crystal to basically launch him up into the air, and then sooner or later, well, a couple seconds, this scorch frost release, I'm gonna call it that. Basically, Scorch Frost Release. It would hit Todoroki, freezing him within some like an ice cube, whatever, And so Deku would basically get ready with his hand would just go red at the rotational rotational chakra or Sengon. He'll charge it up and then put it through the ice. As in the ice would then disappear, and then boom, Todoroki hit with this, and get shot flying back. And so you already know Todoroki's out. Of course, Endeavor is pretty pissed by this, and something will actually happen later on. You just have to wait. But for now, let's just keep going. So then now it's time for Bakugo and Deku's match. Now Bakugo, he would go into his match knowing he's going to lose, so he would try his best, at least. The match wouldn't go on for that long, as Deku would use a crystal release, sending him flying, and then he would then use his Scorch Frost release that he's basically made, sending it over at Bakugo, freezing him, and then just rolling him out the stage. And yeah, now All Might would come on to the mat or whatever, saying, "Young Midoriya, so you said you wanted to challenge me, All Might?" "Yes, All Might. I want to challenge you. Test the waters with my power against you, the number one hero." "Alright then. I won't be holding back a single inch. Get ready, young Midoriya." And that's where I'll be ending it off here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah.